So, excellent. So we're going to start on the sides. So are you from Twinsburg?
I'm originally from Berea. I live in Akron.
Nice.
I just moved December.
Oh, where'd you move from? Berea, you said?
Berea, yeah. Well, I went to college in Bowling Green, so then I moved back to Berea with my parents till I found my own place.
Very cool.
And I could have found somewhere closer, but my sweetie comes here and they highly recommended it, so had to try it out.
Nice. And who's your sweetie?
Do a shout out. Dro. They come here and they see McKenna.
That is a cool name.
Yeah.
And how'd you two meet?
On Hinge.
Sweet.
The way the modern kids do.
Yeah, for sure. You can go ahead and put all of my clean combs and brushes on this side, and then the basket will go back on that side. So excited about this haircut, eh?
I'm so excited, and I didn't even tell my friends and family I'm doing it.
And now they might see it live on Facebook here.
They might see it, yeah. It would be a surprise.
Nice.
It would be good. I'm going to my brother's graduation party after this, so all my family and friends will be there.
Oh, excellent.
Perfect.
Graduation party?
Mm-hmm. My two brothers just graduated high school.
Aw. Out in Berea?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's where I'm heading.
Well, it's a beautiful day outside here in Ohio, Cleveland area. So it'll be perfect for you to have a nice outdoor excursion. So have you ever had your hair cut like this before?
Not
or similar?
like similar, but not quite as cool as I guess we're going for.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be cool.
Yeah.
You know, short, textured haircuts are definitely my thing. And I also do a lot of curly hair too.
Very nice.
Yes, Milena. Did you have a question for me?
I wanted to show Sam's Vish and how to mix up in the new Vish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, check out what we've got going on the side already.
Oh, awesome.
Likey?
Yes, yes.
Sweet.
I think the long piece could be just a bit shorter. But
yeah, we'll detail it.
Yeah, but this shape, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
And do you like how
everything.
it looks like that softness around your ear there a little bit, or do you want this a little bit more hard line around?
I want to see my ear.
A little more hard line around?
Yeah.
Sweet.
For sure.
We'll detail that all
For
out
sure.
when we do the final touches.
Cool.
So you said your sweetie was the one that comes here?
Yeah.
What do they get done?
They get their hair's kind of curly, so
Oh.
Yeah,
And
it's
McKenna's definitely like a curly specialist,
yeah, so
as 6 of us are here. Fantastic.
yeah, so they go with McKenna.
I would imagine it's the curly cut that we do, which is the dry curly.
I don't know. Probably it's gotta be. But they do a similar, like, not quite as mullet-y, but kind of modern mullet-ish. But it's more curly.
Very fun. So what did you end up going to school for?
I went to school for theater, dance, and communications.
Nice.
So I am a dance instructor.
Oh, where at?
The Turning Point in Solon.
Nice little plug for the Turning Point today.
Hey. Our dance showcases tonight and tomorrow. I am so proud of all my students. We just had our dress rehearsal last night, and it looked amazing. So they're going to do fantastic tonight and tomorrow.
Dress rehearsal was always the most fun part. I remember doing dance class when I was younger. I did tap, ballet, baton, modern jazz, gymnastics, and I played piano.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
I teach almost all those. I don't teach baton, but I teach everything else. Tap, jazz, ballet, acro. I'm going to start musical theater and hip hop in the summer. That'll be good.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Musical theater and hip hop. Right up my alley.
Got fun stuff planned for the summer.
So do you do like a summer camp?
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 musical theater camps, and then I do some dance intensives. In the intensives, I'll be teaching lyrical, jazz, hip hop, and I think musical theater as well. I'm not positive. I forget what my other one is. I teach so much.
You sound like you are a great instructor.
Thank you. I love what I do for sure, and I think the students appreciate it as well.
Well, I do think, there's something to be said that when you find something that you love to do, it's, they say that you don't work a day in your life, but I don't think that's necessarily true. It's not that you don't work a day in your life. It's that you have a career that you're focused on versus it being a job. Because I think there's a huge difference between having a job and having a career.
Yes, so true.
Yeah, and I actually just recently shared a post on Facebook that was in regards to, and I'm not going to remember the exact quote, but it was something about, not constantly looking at the clock when you should be focusing on working, because if you're continuously looking at the clock, you're never going to make the money to be able to afford what you want to go and do. So it's like, I think it was like, if you want to buy the things you want to buy and make the money you want to make, then you can't keep looking at the clock. And it was interesting because it got taken in a slightly different way at first, that, well, time is valuable. You spend time with your family.
Oh, true.
And so I'm like, I get that, but that was not the meaning behind the post.
No.
I believe that the meaning behind the post was more of, when you're working, especially like in a customer service industry, you should be paying attention to what you're doing, not like punching a clock of, hey, I got to leave in an hour, because it's about the time I get to spend with you and play and create what we want to create during that time. So, so fascinating to have a career that you love to do, for sure.
It helps.
It does. It really does. At what age did you decide that you knew that you wanted to
go in
that direction?
Did not expect to be a dance teacher, actually.
No?
I was always a dancer. I started at the age of 2. I danced for 20 years. And I never thought I would make a good teacher. I was like, teachers, they require so much patience. They need to be creative. They need to be on their feet, like on their toes. And I was like, I just don't have what it takes. And then my favorite dance teacher in college asked me to be a teacher for her studio that she owns. And I was like, well, if I'm going to be teaching for anyone, I might as well teach for you.
Right.
And tried it out, and I fell in love with it. And I love being a dance teacher. And I have all the patience in the world.
And if you didn't, they're going to teach you patience, right?
No, it's great. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. I'm definitely a firm believer in that there are times where, we ask for or pray for, like, patience, so to speak.
Right.
And sometimes you got to be, like, real careful what you ask for, because you'll get given exactly what it is that you need in order to gain whatever that either skill or attribute to your life or behavior that you're lacking. And when we ask for patience, I do 100% believe that we get given things that
What?
create a way that we have to learn patience.
I teach ages 4 to 18, and every single
There you go.
age, all the way through 18, has taught me patience in a totally new way.
Mm-hmm. You've got perfect hair for this look, too.
Good. Phew.
It's always good to hear,
Oh my
right?
goodness. Yeah, there's like when I had long hair, I felt like I would go for certain looks and it wouldn't work because my hair is so like thin and fine, and I wanted really big choppy stuff, and they wouldn't do it for me just because my hair was so thin. But ever since I cut it short, now people are willing to do exactly what I want.
Right.
So it works for me.
Great. I really like your blonde, too. It turned out beautiful.
It's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and oh my gosh, I didn't know what to expect, but it's better than I could have imagined.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. Oh my gosh. It's perfect for the summer.
Definitely. So will part of your camp be outside and inside? Will you be a little bit of both?
No, it's just gonna be inside at the studio for the dance camp. It's not very campy, mostly dancey,
Nice.
which works for me.
Uh-huh. And do you have like different classes all day long with different groups? Or do you have a group that stays with you all day long and they do different classes?
It's different depending on the season that we're in. This upcoming season, it's going to be a mixture of both. So I'm going to have a few students that stick around with me, like they're going to be in tap with me, and then I'm going to see them in lyrical. And then I'm going to have a few students where it's going to be like, oh, these are 4-year-olds. They only take one class a week. I will see them once and then send them on their way and see them next week. They don't do more than one class because they're 4 and they can't handle that. But I'd say probably ages 10 and up, I can repeat and see them more often.
Very
Because
nice.
they start to take more classes. Which is really nice.
What's your favorite age to work with dance?
I love working with honestly every single age. I wouldn't want to give up any of them. Like this upcoming season, I'm gonna have to give up the 16 and 18-year-olds just because of scheduling. It didn't work out that I'm going to be able to teach them this upcoming season. So I will miss them, but then I'm going to get more of the preteens next season, which I didn't really have that many this year. So it's like a give and take. I wish I could teach literally every single age in like over the course of intensives or over the course of the season. I wish I could teach absolutely everyone, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you pick your favorite child? Like, it's hard.
True.
Can't just pick one age.
No.
No, they're all great. And they all have something different to bring to the table too. Like the 4-year-olds, they're not afraid. And the 18-year-olds, they have their technique down pat. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
What age do you feel, if you notice this, that they develop that fear? Because it obviously happens.
Yeah.
Because when I'm sure
Yeah.
you were younger, there was probably, if you were anything like me, a period of time where your friends could dare you to do something and you do it in a
Yeah.
heartbeat because
Oh my
it's like,
gosh.
oh yeah, okay.
Doesn't matter.
But then as you start getting older, you're like, well, wait a minute. Let me think about that
Yeah.
dare a second.
Yeah.
So what age do you think that shift happens where they start paying so much attention that they develop fears?
I see it in between, like between 8 and preteen. I see it. Mm-hmm. So like probably like 9, 10, 11, 12
Yeah.
is when they're becoming more self-aware and a little bit more critical thinking skills. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, especially when we look at the days and times that we've lived through and a lot of what happens in our world, the things that can create a fear that wasn't present before, sometimes are things that we can control as humans. Example would be like bullying.
True.
I think that unfortunately it happens often.
Oh,
and
yes.
not only does it happen in schools, I think it happens with adults.
Oh, yeah.
And, hearing about...
It can happen in a work environment. It can happen
totally,
anywhere. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And, there's those kind of things that we can change and we can alter, and how we treat other people and how we talk to people and how we share, like, pieces of who we are can make a huge difference in someone else feeling comfortable.
Absolutely.
And we get all kinds of people that come through here, and I do think that when somebody comes in to get their hair done, sometimes they come in and they may have had something that happened in their life where it was just not a good week. Something happened, something went on, and they're coming in here to feel better.
Aww.
And, we have an opportunity every day that when we do have people that are coming in, that we're filling their cups.
Yeah.
And someone asked me, my good friend, I should say, Vanessa Rose, which if she's out there watching, I'm putting a little word for you. She did a class at the PA show that I was at, Pennsylvania Beauty Expo, that I was also teaching at. And her class was really on, your energy and what you're either giving or sharing and what you're gaining from the person that you are working on. Because we're working like in the crown area. And so the chakras with what happens within the body, the crown is that area where a lot can be released, and working in that area around where people's thoughts are, their energy are. We pick those things up, but we can also be giving at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And so she had said, if you could say in one sentence, what is it that you do? And I said, I help people's souls shine. Because I do believe that, 80% of what we do is on the inside. That 20% of what we do is the haircut, the color, the style. But that 80% of what we do that's on the inside is so hugely important and can make a huge difference in somebody's day when we've got an opportunity to make somebody's day.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And the fear part, has anybody ever shared with you what fear stands for?
No.
So if you think about it as an acronym, FEAR stands for false evidence appearing real. And the fear of false evidence appearing real is meaning that it's in our heads, And because that fear is in our heads, oh, did you get hair in your eye? You get it?
I got it.
Awesome. You rock. So when we run into challenges in life or something we're facing and we immediately feel a fear, it typically is based on a preconceived notion of something else we've experienced in life. And so that's why it's like that false evidence appearing real, because what could fear you would be very different from what someone else's fear might be. So example could be you get one person that's afraid of heights and another person that has, that walk on a high wire.
Yeah.
So it is different for each of us what we see as our fears. And so when we start realizing that the fear is technically in our head, then we are met with choice.
Yes.
And when we have choice over things, circumstances, whatever's going on, we can alter and change things if we realize that fear really isn't real.
Yeah.
That it's a preconceived thing that's occurred based on previous experiences. So the other acronym that I absolutely love is face everything and run. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
I've never heard either of these, but that one's better.
Huh? Yeah, so the face everything and run one is fantastic because that's what we should do with fear when it's coming at us. Because if we face everything and we run, then we can run towards it, run away from it, whatever it is that you need to do. But a lot of times the things that we're fearing are things that we need to go through in order to gain something from it to add to our lives. Pretty cool, huh?
I like that.
All right, you ready for this front part?
Yeah.
They're coming off. Yeah, we are gonna take your whole fringe area here off nice and short, but piecey.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna start with the underneath.
And as it dries, it just gets blonder. Oh my
It does.
It's
Yes.
so nice.
It's letting that soul shine
Oh
out.
my gosh. And there's sunshine today. Definitely gonna go take some pictures in the sun.
Yeah. Nice. Have you ever heard about where the whole bravery and confidence and that comes from too? That one's a good one as well. So we can't technically have confidence without courage. And the only way we gain courage is to go back to that whole thought of what the fear really doesn't mean, I should say, right?
Yeah.
Because if we have courage to face anything that's coming at us, then every time you face another thing in your life that you felt courageous for, it builds your confidence. So,
True.
example is going live on Facebook, right? So there's a lot of people that that's a huge fear of theirs. Like,
I could see that.
I can't go live on
Yeah.
Facebook. What if I make a mistake? What
True.
if, what if I say something
People
wrong?
see it.
People see it. People are judgmental. I mean, we work in a very judgmental environment, to be honest. I talk often about that we work on a 5x5 stage where we do hair to an audience of 1. And, every single thing we do is being judged and looked at. And it's important for us to realize that the true person that we need to really pay attention to is what we think of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because
Our back to that.
personal relationship with ourselves will dictate every relationship that we have outside of ourselves. And
So true.
if we have bad relationships with others, we obviously might have a bad relationship with ourselves.
Yes.
So working on our relationship with self and realizing that we need to take care of self is so hugely important.
It'll strengthen your relationships with others.
Oh, yes, very much so. Yeah. Because people like being around people that are confident because we gleam off of that kind of energy. We like to kind of soak that kind of energy in. And if you have people that are around you that are not in a positive light, and they like burst your bubble all the time when you come up with ideas, and constantly discouraging, those kind of things can really, in a sense, keep solidifying that voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, you can't do this, you get judged, all these various things. And then the reality is that it still goes back to our relationship with ourselves, because we attract that.
Oh.
Because we're mirrors to...
You attract what you put out.
Correct. So when you see something that you don't like in someone else, believe it or not, it's...
Look at yourself.
Which sometimes you kind of go, oh, that really sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you really want to be honest with yourself and you look at it that way, it's like, okay, well, maybe that was me. Maybe I was doing that,
Clever.
Maybe that was what I needed to really pay attention to, and missed it. Missed that I allowed that. So, yeah. What are you thinking of those bangs now?
So far, so good.
Yeah. This is really, 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 really fun.
I'm loving it already.
Hey, Milena,
Yes.
would you grab me some rugged texture, please?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Do you need anything else while back there?
I do not at the moment. We are good.
Oh yeah,
That's super cute.
look at us
Yep.
go.
All right.
Do you need help with anything?
I do not, but thank you. Did you know that it was supposed to rain all
Today?
weekend?
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Originally, earlier this week, they were saying it's supposed to rain for like the next 10 days. I go, it's Ohio. I bet you it doesn't. And it hasn't. Like, we've got little pockets of rain that have happened. I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, okay, they spun that big wheel and it landed on rain, and they said, we're going to get rain. And it's been beautiful. The last few days have been amazing.
True.
Ooh, 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 yeah.
Getting some ears out.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for everyone to see it. Yeah, it's so exciting.
And you can always tell when your hairdresser's having fun doing it, too, right?
You definitely, if you're not having fun, then I don't know what's going on.
If I wasn't having fun doing what I do, I would find something else to do.
Right? Yeah.
Honestly. Because my belief is that you should definitely always have fun with doing what you're doing. And it's interesting because I've had people that have told me, oh, you know what? You need to get out from behind the chair. You shouldn't work behind the chair, blah, 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 blah. And, Saturdays, don't work on Saturdays, it's family day. I'm like, family day in my household is Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
And so for me,
It's different for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And Saturdays are my favorite day to work behind the chair.
Really?
Yeah. So
Why is that?
I get all my fun people on Saturdays. Get my favorite people on Saturdays. Yeah. So I tend to do hair primarily on Saturdays and use the rest of my week for my business stuff that I do. Melanie, I do need a towel. So, for me, that is my favorite day to work. I love Saturdays. Yep. And I like being in my business. I like working on my business, in my business. I like being with my team. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. And Sam's going to be over to help you with anything that you need in just a few minutes. She's just finishing up her lunch.
Fantastic. Ooh, this looks good. I love when a look pulls together.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. On this side, you've got less hair here. So I've left the longer piece on this side from up higher coming down. The other side, we are going to match it up with appearance-wise, but the one thing that I have definitely learned with head shape and hair cutting is that we're not symmetrical.
Okay.
And neither is our hair. And, you know, same thing with our brows. We always say when we're doing somebody's brows, they're sisters, not twins.
Right.
So the hair can be the same on side to side. So one side can be thinner, one side can be thicker, one side can be slightly different. So
Yeah, they definitely are different, the two sides.
yes. And you've probably noticed it for years, but it very much so will come into play when you have your hair short because it'll kind of stand out a little bit. And then you're like, oh, alrighty. Then we need to kind of pay attention to that. So
Even it out a little bit, yeah.
Yep. So this side is technically cut slightly different than what?
I like this right here. It's a cute piece. Yes. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sample pick. For sure.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just so happy with it. You're kidding me. You're
So your family has
kidding
no
me.
idea you did this?
No, they
What do you think they're
don't.
going to say?
Well,
It doesn't
who
matter,
cares what they
obviously.
say?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but do you think they're going to be like shocked, or is this something that they would be like, no, that's normal for...
The cut is totally normal for me. I've never dyed my hair
Gotcha.
before, so
Well, it looks good.
they're gonna
It looks good.
be like I don't know what they'll say. It's lighter though, for sure. It's blonde. I love it. I love it.
All right.
I love it. I love it.
I am back. Let's reclip here. Okay. So we are going to use a product.
Little piece right here is just a touch long.
Okay.
Can
I was going to leave
I
it.
know. I just don't like it feeling it on my eyebrow.
Okay. Perfect. Then let's take care of that. So if
Like
we
my
don't
eyebrow
feel it
right
on
there.
your eyebrow,
Yeah,
we're good.
then we're good. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, the look is fine. It's just the feeling of it on my eyebrow.
So I thinned it out so it's barely touching it. How's that?
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still there.
It's still
just-
there, but then I don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, and actually,
Perfect.
let's right behind this
Perfect.
here. Let's do this. Give it a little more texture
Fancy.
there too, because that'll lift that weight up so it doesn't press down and push down towards your eye. So now it lifts up more.
Because I like how. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the look of it.
Perfect. Okay, and then after we blow dry it, if for any reason we need to tweak something, we can definitely do that. But we're going to start out using a product on you that's called Rugged Texture. This is by Wella. Can be used in your hair wet or dry. I actually like using it on both, because if we use it while it's dry, while it's wet, it will help get the direction of where we want to put it. But then after it's dry, we can use this to tweak it and piece it out. The other reason I like this product is it's reworkable. It's not like it's glue. It's like not gonna stick your hair together to the point that you can't move it throughout the day. So you'll be able to move it and change it throughout the day using rugged texture, which is great. So I am gonna mist you a little bit. And I'm gonna show you how to use this too. So when you use a product, no matter what kind of product it is, you want to distribute it. And for anybody that's watching, this is what rugged texture looks like. Love our IME. Okay, so when you get this in your hands, you take your product, get it all over your hands first. That way you don't just have a clump of it somewhere and you put it on and then you're trying to move it around in your hair, because once it's in your hair, it's in your hair. So when you first get this all over your hands, get it all over your hands like this, and then what I like to do is I like to, especially with this product, kind of touch, pull, and grab, and distribute it from the mid shaft out. And so I'm just kind of grabbing and pulling it, and as you can see, I still have some on my hands, so there's still plenty of room to work this. Oh yeah.
Now we're getting fun.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit down here, but this will go more on the dry. After we dry it, we'll take a look at that. Okay. Check that out already. It's looking really snazzy.
Got some volume.
Yeah.
Texture.
You got some texture and some volume. All right. So when you're drying your hair, you want to dry down your strands versus like just trying to rough it up. So I would recommend pull it and hold it up and blow dry. Okay. Okay. The texture in the cut is going to enable you to get the shape that you're looking for. So when you blow dry this up, anything that I've cut in here that is shorter is going to push that longer hair up and out. Okay. So literally just pull it, hold it. And then this front part, pull it down, blow dry it down. And you'll be able to do it from either side. You're not married to one side or the other. Like if you decide you want to do it this way, you can do it this way. I did not cut it from a particular side part necessarily. Awesome. Ooh, I'm loving that.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh. It's amazing.
What do you think your sweets is going to say?
Oh, they're going to love it. They're the one person I told about this.
Wait till you see the profile of this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Please. I look like a rocker.
Totally.
Oh. It's so cool. It's exactly, that's what we wanted.
Rocker's my thing.
Cool.
That's a lot of the rock memorabilia that you see around here. I don't know if you noticed or not.
That's you.
Oh yeah. I'm a member. I'm a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I'm down there often.
Oh dang, yeah.
And I like going to, the different exhibit openings and yeah. And I have actually done hair for some rock stars here and there.
Ooh.
Yes. I've had the opportunity and the honor to actually travel with Lollapalooza to 3 of their shows back in 2003 and did Dave Navarro's hair. Yeah, I know, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with Carmen Electra backstage, Tom Morello, Chris Cornell. Actually stood backstage next to Chris Cornell and watched Jane's Addiction on stage. Yeah. Yeah. Great memories.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
See how
I've
it's
never
just
done this
getting bigger?
before.
Well, you didn't have a Rowena cut before.
No. Wow. It's doing what I've always wanted.
Yeah, so just make it big because
Yeah.
gravity's going to work against you.
Yeah.
So make it big first because then you can always push it down.
It'll fall down.
Exactly.
It'll do its thing.
So now that it's just about dry, what I'm doing is I'm taking it and I'm squeezing and twisting it to kind of just give it a little bit of direction and shape. Nice. Pretty cool, huh?
Pretty freaking cool.
I am so excited that you let me play today.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting this.
So
tell
it's
you
even
what.
better experience than what you
Better than I would
expected?
expected. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice. So we're going to take another spot of the rugged texture and get it more on your fingertips this time. And then you're just going to piece out wherever you want to piece it out. And like I said, it stays movable. So it's not like if you feel your hair right now so you can feel what it feels like before I even add any more.
Oh, yeah.
It's movable.
Yeah.
It's not like glue.
It's not like you
Yeah.
gelled it down.
Right. And then your side pieces here, you can kind of put them all together and define them out a little bit.
Cute. Oh my gosh.
And then define this side out a little bit.
You're kidding me. Like a model or something.
Yeah. You're famous now on
Not right?
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you'll be able to go find this and share it because I do it all public.
I'm definitely gonna show my mom this. She's gonna freak out.
Now, are you a hairspray girl at all?
Am I a hairspraying girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? So hairspray's
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to grab some spray and show you just a couple other ways you can tweak it. Because right now it's a little movable.
Okay.
I want to have a little teeny bit more hold to it. I'll be right back.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh my gosh, it's never been so big. Everyone's always told me I can never get it this big.
You've been told you couldn't get it this way?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like, your hair's too thin. You can't get it big.
Okay, so here's the thing. Thin hair is actually easier to get big. So think about it. Thin hair isn't heavy.
Good.
It looks so good.
Yeah. So
Well done.
here, you come back here. We're live. This is the beautiful colorist that did Kaylee's color today, Miss Alana. So, do you want to tell them about your color, which you did?
I just did an.
Here you go. Tell us about your color.
Basically, all I did was I did a full highlight, very close together. So I did a bunch of highlights.
Lots of fine weave.
Yep.
And then you glossed her using Color Touch?
I glossed her
Or do you
using
use Shine
alumina.
Affinity? Alumina. Ooh, that's why it's so reflective. Nice. Love it. Well, you did a beautiful job. It looks amazing.
It does.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So fine hair, as I was saying, isn't heavy.
Right, yeah.
So why would it be hard to make it big?
I went to the wrong salon.
So what happens is that the assumption is that when you have fine hair, you should give it lots of like blunt ends and keep it one length so that it looks thick.
Yeah, that's what they would tell me.
But remember when I was telling you about how the shorter hairs that are in your haircut will push the longer hairs
Yeah.
out? So there's a rule of haircutting that if you really take it to heart and you really live by it and do your haircuts by it, is short hair is strong, long hair is weak. Short hair pushes and directs long hair where you want it to go. So that opens up a whole world of where do you want the hair to go. So that's why when you were watching me cut, I was doing a lot of short, long, short, long, short, long.
Yeah.
Because each of those short hairs is actually pushing the longer hair up so that it has a place to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Love this.
So cool.
Very rock starish.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't need a lot of spray, but I would just put like a
something.
dab here and there. Yeah, and this is a flexible hold hairspray by Amika. So, you know, it's got a flexibleness to it that it's not going to be stiff and sticky. The Profi girl. Oh,
It looks so good. It's ridiculously good. Oh my gosh. That's so
here, I got to show you in the mirror. Here,
man. Ooh.
I'm going to give you the mirror.
Okay.
And you ready?
Yes.
Now look at the side. There you go.
Oh dang, yeah. Oh wow.
you've
That's
got
everything.
Okay, now here's the actual back.
Nice. Oh yeah. All the pieces. I can like. It's not all one. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And then, of
Let's
course,
see.
you know, they're sisters, not twins. So here's your
Oh
other
yeah,
side.
and they gotta be. Oh, perfect. Perfect. You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
Isn't that awesome?
It's beyond awesome. I'm thrilled. Yay! It looks amazing. It's perfect.
I'll have to show you her before.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Thank you. Oh my
All right.
Yeah.